Hey everyone!
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel Daily English.
Today is a big one.
Yeah, we are talking about stress,
Just saying the word makes me tense.
right? I feel my shoulders tightening.
It is the universal feeling right now.
Absolutely, everyone is running constantly.
We are overwhelmed, tired, burnt out.
But nobody really pauses to chat.
So that is what we're doing.
Just two friends figuring it out.
No lectures, just real-life stuff.
Exactly. So grab your coffee.
Take a deep breath. Let's talk. So, Olivia, be honest. How are you?
Honestly, I am totally exhausted today.
Same here. It has been a crazy week.
I wake up tired every single day.
That is the worst feeling ever.
It feels like the day starts too fast.
You open your eyes and boom, pressure.
Exactly. My brain starts racing immediately.
Like a checklist that never ends?
Yes, that is exactly it.
It feels heavy, doesn't it?
It does, like carrying a heavy backpack.
And you can't take it off.
Even on weekends, it is still there.
True. You try to relax, but you can't.
I feel guilty when I sit down.
Wow, that is so relatable.
Like I should be doing something else.
Always something more to do.
It's a trap, you know?
We're addicted to rushing.
Rushing to work, rushing to eat.
I eat lunch in 5 minutes.
That is not healthy, Alex.
I know, but I feel I must.
We treat time like an enemy.
We are fighting the clock all day.
And the clock always wins.
Sad but true, the clock wins.
Do you ever just stop?
Rarely. Silence feels weird now.
I know what you mean.
If it's quiet, I get anxious.
Because your thoughts get loud.
My brain says, you forgot something.
Did you email that person?
Did you pay that bill?
It never stops talking.
It's like a radio stuck on loud.
A very annoying radio station.
Yeah, the stress radio station.
But look, we're not alone.
Everyone I know feels this way.
It's modern life, I guess.
But is it normal?
Common? Yes. Normal? I don't know.
We normalized being stressed out.
If you aren't busy, you're lazy.
That's a dangerous way to think.
It is, but it's how we live.
We need to change that story.
Definitely, we can't keep running.
We'll crash eventually.
I think I'm crashing right now.
Okay, let's pause for a second.
Good idea. Let's breathe.
Why is it so hard to disconnect?
That's the big question.
It's mostly our phones, right?
Oh, the phones. Let's talk about that.
My phone is basically glued to my hand.
Mine too. It is the first thing I touch.
Before you even get out of bed?
Yes, I check messages with one eye open.
That is a terrible way to start the day.
I know, but I'm afraid of missing out.
FOMO is real. Fear of missing out.
Exactly, and those notifications are endless.
Ding, buzz, ding. It never stops.
Every sound spikes my anxiety level.
It demands your attention right now.
Like a crying baby in your pocket.
We are available 24/7.
Bosses email us at night.
And we feel we must reply instantly.
There is no boundary between work and home.
Your living room is your office now.
And then there's social media.
Oh, do not get me started.
Everyone looks so perfect online.
Perfect vacations, perfect food, perfect lives.
It makes me feel like I'm failing.
Comparing is the thief of joy.
That's a great quote and so true.
We scroll for hours without thinking.
It's called doom scrolling, right?
Yeah, looking at bad news endlessly.
You want to stop, but you can't.
It numbs the brain.
But it actually increases the stress.
We're overloading our poor brains.
Information overload. Too much data.
When was the last time you went offline?
I honestly cannot remember. Maybe years?
That's scary to think about.
If I leave my phone, I panic.
We forgot how to be bored.
Boredom used to be good for us.
Now every second must be filled.
With videos, texts, news, noise.
It's like mental junk food.
We're feeding our stress.
And our eyes hurt from the screens.
Blue light is messing us up.
We stare at screens for 10 hours, then wonder why we feel bad.
Technology was supposed to help us.
Now it feels like it owns us.
We need a digital detox.
Just for a few hours, maybe?
Baby steps. Let's try putting it away.
Not right now, though. We're recording. True. Keep the phone for now.
But seriously, this affects our health.
Our bodies are definitely paying the price.
Let's talk about those physical signs.
Yeah, the body keeps the score.
Where do you feel stress mostly?
Oh, that's easy to answer.
My body is screaming at me lately.
For me, it is my shoulders.
Like they are up by your ears?
Exactly. Rock-hard tension.
I carry all my stress in my jaw.
Do you grind your teeth?
At night, yes. I wake up sore.
That is a classic stress sign.
My dentist hates it.
And what about headaches?
I get them right behind my eyes.
The screen headache. I know it well.
Sometimes my chest feels tight too.
Like you can't take a full breath?
Yes, shallow breathing. It is scary.
Your body thinks it is in danger.
Fight or flight mode all day long.
We're running from tigers in our minds.
But we're just sitting in chairs.
It is exhausting for the heart.
And my stomach gets upset too.
Oh yeah, the nervous stomach.
Either I eat everything or nothing.
Stress eating is a real struggle.
Sugar gives a quick comfort feeling.
But then you crash later.
And feel worse than before.
How is your sleep lately?
Terrible. I toss and turn.
You're tired but wired?
That is the perfect description.
Body is tired, brain is wide open.
I stare at the ceiling at 3 a.m.
Thinking about embarrassing things from 2010?
Yes, why does that happen?
The brain has no distractions at night.
So the stress comes out to play.
And without sleep, everything is harder.
You get grumpy and impatient.
Small problems feel like huge disasters.
I dropped a cup and almost cried.
Because your tank is empty.
We ignore our bodies for too long.
We treat our bodies like machines.
But even machines need maintenance.
If your car makes noise, you fix it.
If our body hurts, we ignore it.
We just take a pill and keep going.
I don't have time to be sick.
I say that all the time.
It's a badge of honor.
Look how hard I push myself.
But it's actually kind of sad.
We need to listen to the signals.
Before the whisper becomes a scream.
My body is definitely whispering today.
Mine too. It wants a nap.
But instead of napping, we do other things.
Bad habits to cope with stress?
Exactly. The fake fixes.
Oh, I have plenty of those.
So, how do you handle the pressure?
Honestly, I usually handle it badly.
Yeah, me too. Let's confess.
Okay, my first bad habit is coffee.
Oh, liquid anxiety?
Yes, I drink 5 cups a day.
5? That is insane.
I know, I think it gives me energy.
But it actually makes you jittery.
Totally, my hands shake, but I keep drinking.
We try to wake up, but we burn out.
And then there's the food situation.
Comfort food?
Pizza, chocolate, anything unhealthy.
It feels good for about 10 minutes.
Then the guilt kicks in.
And what about procrastination?
Oh, I am the queen of procrastination.
I clean my whole house to avoid work.
Me too. My kitchen is spotless when I'm stressed.
We do everything except the important thing.
It's called productive procrastination.
It feels like work, but it's hiding.
Exactly. We're hiding from the big task.
Do you do the Netflix thing?
Binge watching shows until 2 a.m.?
Yes, even when you're tired.
It's called revenge bedtime procrastination.
That's a fancy name for it.
We want to reclaim our free time.
So we steal hours from our sleep.
And feel like zombies the next day.
It's a vicious cycle.
I also do a lot of online shopping.
Retail therapy?
Yes, buying things I do not need.
This new gadget will fix my life.
Exactly, but it never does.
You get a dopamine hit when you click buy.
But then the box arrives and nothing changes.
It's just a temporary distraction.
We're distracting ourselves to avoid feeling.
We're scared of silence.
We're scared of our own thoughts.
So we fill the space with noise.
And junk food and screens.
Sometimes I just withdraw completely.
You mean you disappear?
Yeah, I ignore texts, I cancel plans.
I do that too. I go into a cave.
It feels safer alone.
But isolation actually makes stress worse.
We need people, but we push them away.
It makes no sense, really.
Humans are complicated weirdos.
We really are self-destructive sometimes.
We know what's good for us.
But we do the opposite.
Because the bad habits are easy.
They're quick fixes, shortcuts.
But shortcuts lead to dead ends here.
So the coffee and pizza aren't working.
And staying up late isn't helping.
We need a new strategy, Alex.
We need to get back to basics.
Simple things?
The simplest things possible.
Okay, I'm ready for real solutions.
Me too. Let's fix this.
What should we actually be doing?
Let's look at nature for a second.
Nature, like trees and stuff?
Yes, the stuff outside our windows.
I forgot that existed.
Time to open the door.
Lead the way.
Okay, solution number 1. Move.
Like, go to the gym?
No, not that intense. Just walk.
A walk sounds actually doable.
Motion changes emotion.
I like that phrase. It is catchy.
When you walk, you release tension.
Leave the phone at home?
Yes, that is the most important part.
Just me and the sidewalk.
Look at the sky. Look at trees.
It sounds boring, but it helps.
It resets your brain's rhythm.
Okay, what is solution number 2?
Water. Hydration.
Seriously? Just water?
Most of us are just dehydrated plants.
With anxiety issues.
Your brain needs water to function.
I mostly drink coffee and soda.
Swap one coffee for a glass of water.
I can try that. It is cheap, too.
Solution 3, the breath.
I'm breathing right now, Alex.
But are you really?
What do you mean?
Most stressed people hold their breath.
Wait, I think I was doing that.
See? We take short, shallow breaths.
So, deep belly breaths?
Exactly. In through the nose.
And out through the mouth.
Let's do one. Ready? Inhale.
Inhale deeply.
Hold it. And exhale.
Exhale loudly. Wow.
Feel that?
My shoulders just dropped 2 inches.
It sends a safety signal to your brain.
It's like a reset button.
And you can do it anywhere.
Even in a stressful meeting.
Nobody knows you're doing it.
I love secret stress weapons.
Next one. Write it down.
Journaling?
It doesn't have to be poetic.
Just a list of worries?
Yes, get it out of your head.
On paper, it looks smaller.
Inside your head, it looks giant.
It stops the looping thoughts?
Exactly. It's called a brain dump.
I like that. Dump the junk.
Another tip, clean your space.
But I said I do that to procrastinate.
True, but do it mindfully now.
A tidy desk equals a tidy mind.
It actually works. Clutter creates noise.
My room is a disaster zone currently.
Take 5 minutes, just 5.
I can do 5 minutes.
And finally, sleep.
The hardest one of all.
Make your room a cave, dark, cool.
And no phones in bed?
Buy an alarm clock, an old school one.
So the phone stays in the kitchen.
It changes your life, I promise.
It sounds terrifying, but healthy.
These are all so simple, Olivia.
But we complicate everything.
We look for magic pills.
But the magic is in the basics.
Water, walk, breath, sleep.
It's almost too easy.
That's why we ignore it.
But there's one more tricky part.
What is that?
Dealing with other people.
Oh, right, saying no.
That's my biggest nightmare.
So the word no.
It is such a tiny word.
But it is the hardest one to say.
I say yes to absolutely everything.
Can you help me move? Yes.
Can you bake 50 cupcakes? Yes.
Can you work late again? Yes.
And inside, I am screaming no.
Why do we do this, Olivia?
We want people to like us.
The disease to please.
Exactly. We are people pleasers.
We think no makes us look bad.
Like we are selfish or lazy.
But saying yes to everyone destroys us
You give pieces of yourself away.
until there's nothing left for you.
My battery hits 0% fast.
We need to set boundaries.
Boundaries are uncomfortable at first.
You feel guilty, right?
Huge guilt. It eats me up.
But think about it this way.
Okay, I'm listening.
Saying no to them means saying yes to you.
Oh, that is a good perspective.
You're protecting your time.
Time is our most valuable resource.
You cannot pour from an empty cup.
And my cup is definitely empty.
No is a complete sentence.
I always try to explain why.
I can't because my cat is sick.
I make up silly excuses.
You do not need an excuse.
Just, no, I can't. That's enough?
It is enough, really.
People will be mad though.
Maybe, but they'll get over it.
And if they don't?
Then they don't respect your limits.
Ouch. That's the hard truth.
We teach people how to treat us.
If I always say yes, they expect it.
Exactly. You become the yes girl.
I want to retire from that job.
Starts fall. Say no to one thing.
Maybe I'll decline that dinner party.
Do you want to go?
Not at all. I want to sleep.
Then say no. Choose sleep.
It sounds liberating, honestly.
It's freedom, Olivia.
I need to practice in the mirror.
No. Nope. Not today.
Sorry, I'm fully booked.
Even if you're booked with doing nothing.
Doing nothing is a valid plan.
It's the best plan sometimes.
So boundaries save our sanity.
But there's one last piece.
What's the final piece?
How we think about stress itself.
Our mindset?
Yes, the story inside our heads. We try to control everything.
I am a total control freak.
We want life to go according to plan.
And when it doesn't, we panic.
But life is messy, right?
Life is chaotic and unpredictable.
Stress comes from resisting reality.
Wishing things were different?
Exactly. It shouldn't be raining.
But it is raining. Dealing with it helps.
Acceptance is a superpower.
It sounds like giving up, though.
No, it is stopping the fight.
Fighting things we cannot change.
Traffic, for example.
I yell at traffic every morning.
Does it make the cars move?
No, it just raises my blood pressure.
So just accept the traffic.
Put on music and chill?
Exactly. Control what you can.
And let go of the rest.
Also, let's talk about perfection.
Oh, the P word.
We want to be perfect humans.
Perfect job, perfect body, perfect house.
It is an impossible standard.
We set ourselves up to fail.
Good enough is actually okay.
That is hard to admit.
You don't have to be a superhero.
I can just be a regular person?
Yes, a regular, messy human.
That feels like a huge weight lifted.
Stress feeds on should.
I should do this, I should be that.
Change should to could.
Or just delete it entirely.
Ask yourself one question.
What is the question?
Will this matter in 5 years?
That stressful email? Probably not.
That stain on your shirt? No.
We stress over temporary things.
We treat everything like an emergency.
But very few things are emergencies.
Zoom out. Look at the big picture.
We're just floating on a rock.
Exactly, in space.
It makes my worries feel small.
That's the point, perspective.
So we breathe, we move, we accept.
And we're kind to ourselves.
Self-compassion is key.
Treat yourself like a friend.
I'm usually mean to myself.
Would you say that to me?
No way, I would be supportive.
Then be supportive to yourself.
Okay, I'll try.
It takes practice, Olivia.
We are works in progress.
And that's perfectly fine.
I feel a lot better, actually.
Me too. Lighter.
Talking really helps.
It's the best medicine.
So, what's the final takeaway?
Let's wrap this up for everyone. All right, that is a wrap for today.
Deep breath in, deep breath out.
We hope you feel a bit lighter now.
Just remember the big 3 takeaways.
1. Back to basics. Breathe and walk.
2. Put the phone down sometimes.
And 3. It is okay to say no.
Simple steps, but they change everything.
You do not have to carry it all alone.
Exactly. We're all in this together.
If this episode helped you, show us some love.
Please hit that like button and subscribe.
It really helps us keep these chats going.
And we want to hear from you.
What should we talk about next week?
Do you have a specific topic in mind?
Drop your ideas in the comments below. We read every single comment.
We really do. We love reading them.
So, take care of yourselves this week.
Be kind to your mind.
You got this, guys.
See you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.